Over these last number of days, of weeks, we've been journeying with Christ into the desert, taking up prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. For some of us, we've had a great Lent. For some of us, those prayer, fasting, and almsgiving has been a little difficult to keep. But we've been brought to this moment, to the beginning of the holiest week of the year. It's in its name, Holy Week. As we walk with Christ now out of the desert to Jerusalem today, to the holiest place, to the temple. Jesus was going to Jerusalem, and there at the temple was offered a sacrifice often. But this time it's a different sacrifice, that of Christ himself, the unblemished Lamb. And so we enter into this week. So if Lent maybe has been a little difficult or it's been blessed either way, let us intentionally this week re-enter into, with a deeper vigor and prayer, this sacred time. So as praying about the Palm Sunday today, it seems kind of strange to me. Well, we come, we read the Passion, we hear it, and then we have this week. Well, I realize what Palm Sunday is. It's the preview trailer to Holy Week. That's what you just listened to. We don't have the end yet. We don't have any spoiler alerts. Jesus hasn't risen yet. You got to watch the film for that. But that's what Palm Sunday does. In a real way, it is like that movie trailer. It is setting the stage for what is going to take place this week. It's the precursor. It primes that spiritual pump for us. Thursday, we gather and we celebrate the institution of the priesthood, the institution of the Eucharist. Then we gather on Good Friday in a real way to be with Christ at his cross and passion. We come forth to reverence the cross, not a sign of pain or suffering for us. It's not the sad Jesus. It is the cost of our sin, and it is a sign of God's love for us. And then Jesus dies. For 3 days it seems hopeless, and then we gather again at the Easter Vigil with the Gloria and the great joy of that Easter fire. And so today is that primer to help focus our attention. Last week we started clothing all the statues and crosses again to focus, and today in a deeper way to focus us on this sacred time. I often remind all of you, myself even, that we can't skip ahead to the joy of Easter. We have to, if we're going to enjoy truly the joy and the grace and the power of the resurrection, then we first have to enter into this sacred time, into Holy Week. And so let us allow ourselves to remain with Christ. It may be uncomfortable, sometimes it is, sitting at the cross. But we know the joy that awaits us. But Jesus said that he would destroy that temple in 3 days. It will be resurrected. We're not there yet. And so may we all allow ourselves to enter into this sacred time this week, to draw close with Christ, who longs to draw ever closer to us. That's the purpose for which he came. Come down from heaven for our salvation. He comes to us in a few moments in the Eucharist to strengthen us in this earthly journey and in this week. May we draw close to him as he strives always to draw close to us.